let's go through the accessories that come with the Amber Air S400 Husqvarna Viking Serger. So first off, I love that this accessory waste basket actually easily comes on and off. I don't have to click it. It doesn't matter where the machine is sitting on the table. It is easy to come off and on because I'm going to be in and out of this quite a bit. There is an accessory box. There is the manual and a warranty card. You can do this online or send it in. There is a 5-year warranty on this machine if you are interested. And as we go into the box, I just want to cover what is in with the serger. So first off, there are some thread nets. So these are something I don't use a lot, but if you ever have some thread that's not behaving correctly, you can slip this over the entire spool and it will kind of keep it a little bit tamed. There's times where spools just want to puddle at the bottom, and that makes them so they catch around the bottom side. So keep those close. You never know when you need them. I sometimes use them with metallic thread at times. There are spool holders on the back of the serger when it comes, so you'll want to slip those in. Some spools can have that, but if you're using a smaller spool of thread, like a normal sewing machine spool, like this one here, you have thread caps that will sit over the top of them, so they kind of hold them down and so they don't get caught on this little lip as they're going and feeding into the serger. This is actually a little tube for pulling things through the air jet areas. It's also a way you can pull things through to clean it. You can put some yarn on here and pull it through, and that kind of cleans it out if it gets linty. Or if you just need help getting a decorative thread pulled through, you can actually feed that in, put it through the little hole, and then pull it through altogether. You do have an extra knife. That's always nice to see in the accessory boxes because this will get dull eventually, probably not right away, but it does depend on what you are cutting. So you'll find that if you do a lot of serging on fleece fabric, which is polyester, this is going to dull quicker, and it is easy enough that you and I could change it on our own. But if you're doing a lot of cotton fabrics, your fabrics aren't going to get very dull quickly. Good pair of tweezers. I love getting new tweezers with the serger, so those are in there. Got a few more thread nets. This little tool is awesome. It is actually to assist in helping put a needle up in here, so you can drop a needle in that holder and then lift that needle up and then loosen or tighten it whichever way you are going. And on the opposite end is considered a converter pin. That is so when you are taking the serger from 3 thread or 4 thread to 2 thread, this will flip the little 2 thread converter into place. That little pokey part sits in that hole, and all you have to do is rotate it into position. So when we do the 2 thread videos, I'll show you exactly where that point is going to come in handy. So we do have some screwdrivers, a big one and a small one. Big one so you can remove the stitch plate and clean underneath it. And yes, you do need to clean. Make sure you do not use canned air. Make sure you brush and pull everything out. Maybe a little vacuum would be nice for that. And then the smaller screwdriver is for removing or inserting needles at the top of the needle area. You have a left needle and a right needle. And I say that because that's really important. Some sergers only have 1 screw up here, and that's no fun to trying to change 2 needles with 1 screw. So you have separate screws, and that screwdriver is for that point there. Needles, you have a little variety pack of 11s or 14s. That would equate to 75s or 90 needles. Here's the extra spool caps, and there is a brush in here as well, and a wrench. I am sure there is one place I will need to know that, but there is a wrench in there for you for assisting with something inside the serger. So I'm glad they put all those things in there. Again, we're going to be covering all the things that are in your manual, so join us as we continue on through every page of this manual with a nice short video on this serger.